Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to call on Ms. Brianna Sage, the president of the Brewster High School Varsity Club, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. You can stand up, the flag behind the dais.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening once again. I'd like to introduce a few people this evening. Now, of course, the weather has some major impact, the rescheduling. We've got a band trip tonight. We've got some other things that we've got some financial obligations to, unfortunately. So we're going to honor those who are here and enjoy it. So I do see one of our Board of Education members sitting, Mr. Daniel Heinz. Congratulations. Please stand up and be recognized. Dr. Henry Piedmont is sick today. He called in sick real early this morning, but we do have Ms. Michelle Gosh, our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. And also, please welcome Dr. Robin Young, Co-Principal of Brewster High School. So on behalf of all of our coaches and teams, I'd like to thank the Board of Education, our District Office Administration, and High School Administration for their support. We are fortunate to have great groups of people to work with, support us, and cheer us on. I want to thank many people on behalf of our athletes and coaches. These thank yous are not in any particular order, but they all are important. Our transportation department. If you don't know, Miss Mary Smith and Miss Leonore Volpe, they do it daily, a national shortage of bus drivers, and they do a great job. We work together very, very well, and I appreciate their help, cooperation, and flexibility. So thank you to those ladies. Our operations and maintenance department, Mr. Andy Bates and Mr. Ken Winch, but in particular, the groundsmen, Billy Todd, Roger McKenna, John Gregory, Chris Chiarello, and Willie Francisco. They work tirelessly on our athletes' behalf. They do many things that I ask them to do, and I really appreciate their efforts. Thank you to them. We do thank Mr. Wood and the Varsity Club, and they're really very big force behind this evening's events. Mrs. Rossi, Dawn Rossi, the concession stand queen, helping us operate that successfully. We appreciate Dawn Rossi. And our athletic secretary, Helen Pillman, helping me daily with everything that goes on in our department. So, if you want to think about this season, like the ones before it, and maybe we're in some kind of crazy weather pattern, but it begins with the weather. We're here tonight on last Thursday. We had, if you think back to August 13th, some extreme heat, tremendous downpours, and now the rain just kept on coming at the end of the season. We were all over the place with muddy fields. And our coaches, our players, community members have been adaptable. So we really appreciate everyone's help and assistance with the fields, dealing with the weather. This season has had some great victories, triumphs, great goals, catches, races, hits of the ball, and starts off the blocks. Unfortunately, we've had to also work through tragedy as one of our teams lost a teammate this season. The boys soccer team has been an inspiration to me and all of us this season. Under the leadership of Mr. Scott Patusek, the team carried on, honoring their teammate, and along with our local Lions Club, began a scholarship program to help promote learning how to swim for all. While there are always reasons to be proud of our athletes, and this season is certainly no different, all of our athletes, the boys soccer team has represented themselves, their families, and their community very well this season. Congratulations to them. Athletes, before I introduce you and your coaches to come up and speak about you, I would like to remind each of you that we want to make sure that all are recognized in a respectful and positive manner and treat others like you would like to be treated. And now at this time, we'd like to meet our junior varsity athletes, and with that, Mr. Art Holtzman and J.V. Field Hockey.
I know Dean has already gone through a bunch of thank yous already, but I'd like to pass on my own. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone here for coming out tonight and honoring all our student athletes. Without you, of course, it wouldn't be possible. I'd also like to thank Mr. Berardo, Helen, and the faculty and staff here at the high school, as well as the district personnel who made this a very successful season for all our students. I'd especially like to thank Coach Hirschman and Coach Corbett for welcoming me back to the fold after a couple of years. And I'd especially like to thank the parents of my athletes and of course my team for a great season and a lot of fun for me. I hope it was for you two guys. This season wasn't exactly the greatest season on the books, so to say. We're only 2-8-1. However, we did make a lot of progress in moving forward as a program. The girls did a lot of great, played very well in a lot of the different games, and I was happy with their progress, and I'm looking forward to more seasons to come. I have 2 awards I'm going to hand out tonight. Before I do that, let me just introduce the team, and they can stand up. 8th grader Morgan Grace. 8th grader Ellen Matthew. Freshman Madison Clare. Freshman Ethan Bushnell. Freshman Maddie Fitzpatrick. Freshman Katie Golish. Sophomore Isabella Brown. 8th grader Anaya Marte. Freshman Emily Monaco. Sophomore Dee McCauley. Sophomore Grace O'Gorman. 8th grader Lindsay Schmidt. Freshman Jackie Sherper. And sophomore Kate Vaughn. And now for my 2 awards. I'll be giving out one for Most Valuable Player and a second for Most Improved. As I'm sure you'll hear from every coach who gets up here, it's a very difficult decision to hand out only 2 trophies to a team because obviously a team is all about teamwork, so it's kind of hard to narrow it down. I did have a couple players, however, who did stand out this season, and I want to recognize them. The first of which was my most improved player, who was a defender, and started out the season with, how should I say, not as much knowledge of the game as I really needed with a small team, but within a short period of time, she picked up the game very quickly and picked up her skills also, and managed to really help our defense. And so the most improved will go to defender Madison Clare. The most valuable athlete, I think, was a little bit easier for me to pick out. She stood out in every game and was there for us in every game. And when I mean was there for us, I mean was there for us. She was beaten down in a lot of games, but she just kept showing up and kept standing there in front of the goal. My most valuable player, goalkeeper, Kate Vaughn. Once again, thank you very much, and I look forward to more of you.
Thank you, Coach. Our next team to be recognized, Junior Varsity Volleyball and Miss Mary Beth Powers.
I could not be more grateful for a position. I had most of these girls last year because I was the modified coach. But I did have the honor to actually see them grow even more from the time that they were in 8th grade to the time they were all 9th graders. And I also got to see some phenomenal sophomores, and I'm so proud of each and every one of them. So I have 2 awards as well. I have Most Improved, and I also have the Coaches Award. Picking the Most Improved player was honestly incredibly difficult because each one of these players, I know a lot of parents have been watching, since day 1 in August, a lot of these girls were completely new to volleyball. I had to completely change the way that they looked at the sport and the way that they looked at themselves as athletes. I can honestly say that these young women have inspired me so much more than how I could ever imagine to inspire them. And again, I'm just so proud of who they have become since August to now. And I really hope that they continue and remember this season forever. Even though this might not be a varsity sport, it's JV, they're still learning. And I think it's absolutely incredible to start from where they are. And they're gonna go so far by the time they're seniors, and I am so excited to watch. So I'm just gonna announce some names. They're all gonna stand up. So first is Katie Bergstrom. Next is Maya Carnes. We have Carolyn Case, Fiona Dodd, Sophia Dodd, Grace Galvano, Grace Gallowitz, Marquesa Prison, Tiffany O'Connell, Lindsay O'Hara, Captain Ella Pastore, Ashley Rampola, Jacqueline Rep, Danielle Rosner, and Captain Chelsea Smith. Again, I am so proud of what this team has accomplished this year. These girls have never quit and they've never backed down from a challenge before. Sometimes we came in first place and other times we lost our way, but the girls never stopped fighting. These young women have reminded me of what the word family means to me, and I really hope this season has done the same for them. Girls, you have each thanked me in some way, shape, or form for this season, but honestly, I'm the one that should be grateful. So thank you, girls, for a season I will never forget. So on to the awards. So I'm going to start with the Coaches Award. This young woman got this award fair and square because not only was she a captain, she was an awe-inspiring leader all season long. And this isn't her main sport, and I was really proud of the way that she held herself. Because sometimes she was on the court and other times she was on the sidelines, but no matter what, her leadership and her spirit was constantly there. Even when she had an injury and she was sitting out for most practices, she completely just had this spirit and this just inspiring attitude that was always on the court no matter what. So I'm going to give this award to Chelsea Steer. Next we have the Most Improved Award. Again, this award was so difficult to pick, and it took me until, I do believe, Wednesday last week to actually decide this. But this girl has gone above and beyond to try and improve herself. Not even during the season. She went out of her way a lot of times to go to a college coach and get private lessons just so she could learn how to get a serve over the net, how to dig a ball very well. She has completely just changed 180 from where she came from last season. This season she started in every single game as our team libero, which is, if anybody's watched volleyball, is the position with the different colored jersey. She's not doing that on accident, she's doing it on purpose. That's a position. So I am going to give this award to Grace Gallowitz. And that's the JV team. Thank you.
Our next team to recognize, JV Boys Soccer and Coach Dominique Correa.
Good evening, parents, faculty, athletes, and dean. Thank you. I'm going to ask for the boys JV soccer to stand when I call the name, please. Albert Acosta, Jer Cantorell, Julio Casasola, Jonathan Cruz, Adam Eskenazi, Clayton Harrison, Roberto Pacheco, Julian Restrepo, Romero Martinez, Luis, second student Justin, and Shane Sean. And last but not least, Michael Willis. So this year, JP Boys Soccer made a great effort. We had our record 5-8-1. It does not reflect how hard the team worked this year. Everyone gave the best effort and worked very hard. We're determined to get some win some games. Especially one game stood out the most when we faced White Plains High School at White Plains. We went there with about 15 players due to we had some injuries, and we faced a big team, White Plains, of a squad of 32 players, 2 squads, and we're determined to get some positive results. In fact, we had a convincing win. The score was 6-1 at the end of the game, the end of the match, and one of our strikers, Luis Romero, scoring 6 goals, 2 hat-tricks, which never been done before in my coaching career. It was one of our best accomplishments. I'm very proud of the team this year, especially the camaraderie and the friendship they built within the team. I really witnessed a display of determination, and it was a big improvement from last year. Okay, I wish I had more than 2 awards to give out this year, because more than 2 players can really deserve that. But anyway, I'm going to call it the Coaches Award, or the Most Improved Award. It goes to a sophomore, a captain. He plays central defender, giving 110% game after game. At times, throwing himself in front of shots to save goals. A team player, a team motivator, always encourages his team to do better. And also, he's trying to better himself. Please give him a big hand of applause to Clayton Harrison. The second award, I'd like to thank also our Captain Coach Patusik for organizing that memorial for Gonzalez, and having those t-shirts made up. It was very nice. Thank you. So talking about Coach Patusik, I want to thank you also for giving me our next player, which is I consider the best player, MVP. This player, he came to me, he wanted to play a different position, and I realized he was a striker. After a few tries, I noticed that he had great foot skills. He was relentless on the field, and scoring 18 goals, by the way, this season. And the goals were hat-tricks, 3 hat-tricks. So it's unbelievable. And I'd like to call him up. Please give a round of applause to Luis Romero. Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a good meeting.
Our next team to honor, junior varsity football, Coach Ron Reed.
behalf of the 2018 JV football team, I would like to quickly acknowledge Brewster School District for giving the opportunity to serve as coaches this year. Specifically, I would like to thank Dean Barado, Helen Pittman, Ed Mulvihill, Brian Cleary, Paul Stalachi, Mike Honey, Keith Allen, the track and field staff for helping us get into rooms in the building for film review. And additionally, as a team and coaching staff, we were very appreciative of the support from the parents, the fans, who always traveled well for our away games and made them seem like home games. I personally lucked out having both coaches, Coach Kevin Fallon and Coach Glenn Niles on staff this year. Both coaches brought more perspective on team issues that can arise during the season. The JV team had a successful season due to all members/players willing to be an active participant every day we came to practice. Coach Fallon, as a first-year coach in our program, excelled in teaching many of our plays we use at the varsity level and did well as our offensive coordinator. Coach Niles did an unbelievable job balancing 13U youth football practice, coaching our technique, philosophy, while serving as our defensive coordinator, along with other district committees that he's a part of. Coach Niles could not be here for the latter segment of tonight due to another engagement. Like I said, I don't know how he juggles so much, but I gather it's because he's passionate about our students here at Brewster. In Coach Niles' absence, later I will be presenting an award, and also I'd like to really thank everyone for showing up tonight and showing their support to our kids. Coach Fallon.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Mr. Dorado, and everybody who supported us this year. Came out. Junior varsity Brewster Bears football team starts with AJ Aviles, Dominic Bonamassa, Jason Massari, Eddie Berseno, Anthony Constantino, Ryan Gustalas, Diego Diaz, Christopher Donahue, Matthew Dunn, Jackson Escalona, Patrick Perry, William Finn, Johnny Gallinello, Michael Ganch, Kenneth Veloso, Ethan Ham, Kenny Hayes, Matthew Henry, Evan Noor, Michael Lucia, William Martinez, Austin Macho, Cooper Malloy, Anthony Pintavalli, Luke Crowley, James Ramirez, Darwin Racinos, Christian Rhodes, Dominic Ramsey, Cooper Rookwood, Justin Rutledge, Luca Sacamano, Nicholas Sage, Christopher Triolo, Michael Triolo, Nicholas Bain, Dylan Pelotas, Bryce Washington, Steve Yang.
This year, the JV football team had 72. Every day in practice, we compete to get better. The work ethic was something that we definitely wanted to make sure that was there to set us up for years to come. I also would like to thank our support staff in the school, the janitors, hall monitors, everyone who played a role in keeping our kids safe, especially after school. I'm going to now present our MVP award for the team. This athlete is exceptional in every way. He has power, skill, coordination, and talent. He was an impact player for us all season, and it was proven game after game. His dedication to the sport of football was demonstrated in seriousness of studying film and breaking it down. His blocking, his running with the ball, and his snapping of the football on special teams was significantly important. In mid-season at times, he would call the defense before I would, and it was usually the right call for the situation. I truly enjoyed coaching this athlete, and it was even pleasing to hear the highest praise a player can get. In the Somers game, the head coach said to us, "I wish I had played like number 28, your middle linebacker on my team." He's an athlete. It's my pleasure to present this year's MVP award to none other than Dominic Leone.
I'm going to present the Coach's Award for our team. This player was someone we always relied on every game. He always came to play, always had a great attitude, and never really had to discipline or kind of like boost him up because he was always just enjoyable to be part of the team. And on top of that, he was even in the running for the MVP because every game he gave it his all, always looking to do better and support the team with knowledge that I would need or one of the other coaches would need, just always present for the team. So the Coach's Award this year is Willie Martinez.
Lastly, on behalf of the Mama Bears, I'd like Cooper Malloy to come up and accept. Okay. Any member of our team to come up and accept awards for Chrissy Malloy, flowers for Chrissy Malloy, and Rose Rutledge. Unfortunately, they're not here tonight. Thank you so much for your support.
Before we begin to we talk about our varsity athletes, we'll take a few minutes to give a little special recognition to our all-league, honorable mention, all-section, all-state if we have one. We do have a few great things to recognize here. Just understand that the all-league, all-section awards sometimes are a small number. The coaches go into these meetings, they are very political. There's a lot of persuasive discussion, and we actually do very well. So let's have these people come up and stand on a white line, and we'll call out their names. All league honorable mention for field hockey: Ashley Goodliff, Megan Keegan, Gabrielle Fagliosi, and Olivia Marini. For volleyball, Samantha Harper and Haley Radajak. For all league, sometimes it's based upon tremendous skill. Sometimes it's based on tremendous qualifying times, depending on the sport, if it's a team or an individual sport. For all league, for girls swimming, Alexis Mark. For tennis, Casey Cunningham. Sophia Galizia. Samantha Kim. Lauren Dorr. Nicole Adamski. soccer, Patrick Bean. Anthony Ferrandino. Daniel Hassa. Valentin Marcage. And Giovanni Zanetti. For girls soccer, Brianna Castle and Eleanor Keith. For girls cross country, Florence Cuomo, Candy Lamoureux, Elsa Neubauer. Boys cross country, Patrick Ford. Alex Goldberg. Joshua Herman. Ryan Neubauer. And William Kramer Radajak. And last but not least, I skipped over field hockey. We have Danielle Heights. Now, some of the next awards, different sports have different ways of honoring people, and track is a little bit at Northern County. Some have all sections, some have all elite, some have all conference. So if your name is called, please step forward. All Northern County, Putnam Dutchess for boys cross country, Patrick Ford. Joshua Herman, Ryan Neubauer, and Kramer Radajak. For girls cross country, Florence Cuomo, Candy Lamoureux, Elsa Neubauer. For field hockey, all elite honorable mention, Brianna Sage. Colleen Stapleton. All section honorable mention, girls soccer, Brianna Castle. All section, boys soccer, Anthony Ferrandino. And Valentin Marcage. And this next one is very remarkable. We have an 8th grader who qualified for the boys cross country state championships, and we have some great things to look forward to. It looks like Patrick Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, our major award-winning goalie, girls section, Northern County, Brewster High School, Fall 2018. Congratulations. Beginning with the varsity program, I'd like to call on varsity field hockey and Coach Jen Hirschman.
First, I would like to thank Mr. Berardo, Helen Hillman for your extraordinary assistance and for always being a ray of sunshine. Thank you to the grounds crew and the helpful staff here at Brewster Central School District. To the field hockey parents, thank you for your assistance in growing this ever-expanding program. To my assistant, Coach Corbin, your passion and skills are beneficial to the team and myself. To Coach Holzman, you returned to Brewster Field Hockey and led our wonderful JV program. You used your knowledge to guide the players and teach them new techniques. Thank you for returning. The dedication of the field hockey parents, players, and coaches led to a season filled with perseverance and success. When our first tryouts began in August, which seems like forever ago, I saw stick skills, motivation, and most importantly, teamwork. These girls worked hard on the field. Each and every one of them showed that they wanted the best for themselves and for their team. In addition, they made sure to make connections that lasted during school, at practice, and over the weekends. Whether it was learning how to sweep a ball, a new drill, how to do sign language, or just dance, they were always positive and determined. My varsity team has been enhancing their skills from the first day of tryouts until the last day of our season. Throughout the season, we had some great accomplishments. In our league, we beat Walter Pennis 2-1. We beat Yorktown 3-0. We beat Our Lady of Lords 7-0. We beat Hendrick Hudson 6-0. We have players who are recognized for their field hockey talents. All-league honorable mention was Brianna Sage and Colleen Stapleton. All-league Danielle Hines. All-league honorable mention Ashley Goodlift, Megan Feehan, Gabrielle Fragliosi, and Olivia Marine. Let me introduce the varsity field hockey team. Olivia Marine. Brianna Sage. Colleen Stapleton. Catherine Cueva. Nicole Cusinelli. Megan Feehan. Kristen Fitzgibbon. Gabrielle Fragliosi. Danielle Hines. Natalie Hopkins. Mackenzie Nieves. Courtney O'Rourke. Isabel Ostrich. Jennifer Russo. Ashley Goodlift. Nora Tui. Sasha Kulo. And our ambassador, Tina Sharma. The first award goes to one of our players who we always counted on. This player did not have a backup, and she definitely did not need one. She used her voice, her dives, her slides, her kicks, her gloves, and her stick to defend against any opponent. This season, she had a total of 129 saves. She stopped corners, one-on-ones, flicks, drives, sweeps, and aerials. She was consistent, passionate, and a team player. Although she is not here, I would like to recognize Gabrielle Fragliosi as my MVP. The second award goes to a player who may be new here, but fit right in. This player came from a school where the number of girls on her team was bigger than the number of girls in her grade. From the moment she stepped on the turf, I saw talent and a true team member. As a ninth grader, she was a starting midfielder and could not wait to challenge herself to improve her skills and challenge our opponent during games. Our most improved player goes to Sasha Kulo. My closing thoughts are that I may have told this story at our field hockey dinner, but as a coach, it means the most to me. After just a few weeks in this school, Sasha had changed her phone background to be a photo of our team. To see that our team had created such a sense of unity to her and to each other and the friendships that they have made means a lot as a coach. So thank you all for your support, and as always, as I end all my emails, go Bears.
Our next team to recognize, varsity girls Scott Soccer and Mr. Michael Prado.
Good evening, everyone. Before I recognize our players, I'd like to especially recognize and acknowledge our Board of Ed, our Central Administration, our high school admin, and of course our athletic office for everything that they do for us. I've always believed that if it wasn't for sports, kids would not have options on becoming successful. So everything that they do essentially behind closed doors is why we're here. Also, I would like to thank my parents. You guys are amazing. So enthusiastic, so supportive. Thank you for answering all my calls and putting up with all my remind app messages early in the morning or super late at night for last minute changes. You guys understand what it's like to be successful, what it means for us to be reputable and competitive in our section, where we'll be very soon. And I can't ask enough from you guys because your daughters are the most amazing players I've ever coached, and because of you, they are who they are. So thank you very much, parents. All right, so we're going to start off with our players, recognizing from my left, 9th grader, Gabriela Guastevizin. Our junior, Sophia Legio. Our freshman, Haley Sudol. Our sophomore, Sydney Byrne. Freshman, Lori Charbonneau. Our sophomore, Brianna Serena. Our senior, Ellie Keefe. Our senior, Katie Devlin. Excuse me. I believe that's Gabriella, right? Gabriella Jacobson, sophomore. Nicolette Goldberg, sophomore. Linda Astro. That's Sadie. Sadie May. Ruger. And Jillian, is that you? Hi, Jill. Freshman, Jillian Rose. Freshman, Amanda Sherman. Excuse me, sophomore. You're as tall as a freshman. Sophomore, Angie Rapa. Freshman, Gianna Joelli. And our senior, Brianna Castle. So, the season wrapped up. As a coach, you reflect on your methods, you reflect on your players' ability, what they did. You look at the scorebook, you question, are you a team that truly reflects what the scores were, what your team record was? 5-10-1, okay, in the regular season. We had some very tough games. We are in the most toughest league in this entire section. We go against kids, programs that have All-Americans coming out of it. We go against kids and programs that their players go on to Division I and Division II schools to play for. We will be there. I'm confident that our program will grow and have that reputable notoriety very soon. But I've asked many questions throughout the season. And one I never asked was, are we that team on paper? Are we that 5-10-1 team? And I believe we're not. If you were at our games, you saw the tenacity, the perseverance, the strength in these young ladies when they stepped onto the field. Truly amazing. Something you can't truly coach, which is hard. And these young ladies have it inside of them. It's an appetite that I miss as a player when I was their age. But it's something that sets them aside from everyone else, and it's true character. And our team, I would say, from my experience, all my years playing, some of the best character I've ever witnessed. Our basic philosophy was focusing on tactics, improve the individual, better the team. My goal was for them to basically have that soccer IQ to develop every single day, and we did, and we're not going to stop. We're very young, we graduate 4 seniors, a lot of young players coming up through our program. Very confident on the next few seasons to be a reputable force against our conference coming up very soon. So, I have 2 awards to present. My first award is my MVP. Should truly stand for most valuable position because this player has the most difficult position. She's all league, she's our senior, and our captain. When that ball is threaded through our midfield and it gets to our 18, she is that last person, that last resort to really step in and handle business, and she did. She kept us in the game for many, many games. And this award goes to MVP, Ellie Keith. Next award, Coach's Award. You know, for me, over the years, it's never always been the most skilled, the most tactical player. This is someone who is actually skilled and tactical, but it's their character that truly shines. As a coach, I believe that character is something of important value, especially with athletics. When she's on the field, she demonstrates poise, she's restraint and control, and off the field, she's enthusiastic, she's encouraging. She gets the girls together, she gets them riled up, and she communicates so well with me, her coach, about what's going on with the team, with the program, preseason, in season, and then working very well with us in our postseason play as well. And yes, I believe that this all-section honorable mention should go to Brianna Castle. I have nothing snappy like Coach Hirschman, but I want to thank the coaches. This is my first varsity season here, and you guys extremely well. Thank you for working well with me. Coach Matusak, you know, sharing the field together, showing me how things work with the soccer program and how things should get done with our soccer teams. And every other coach too. You guys have great kids. You know, you should be very proud of them, which you are. And I'm looking forward to another great varsity career. Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
All right, our next team to recognize, varsity volleyball and Miss Stacy Shiro.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Friends, family, staff of the school, board members, Mr. Berardo, our principal, welcome and thank you for being here. For without you, we would not be here. Just real quick, we had one JV player who forgot to be mentioned, and we wanted to mention her because she was a very important part of the team, and that was Sky Johnson. Okay. The ladies you see before you are incredibly talented ladies. And the record that we have on paper does not reflect the skill and ability of the ladies that are standing in front of you. We are, without doubt, in one of the toughest leagues in the section. We participate with 2-time state championship teams. We compete with runner-ups, and it is definitely one of the hardest leagues in this section. The ladies that are standing in front of you have put in so much dedication and so much hard work. I wish that I had awards for each and every one of them because they really all do deserve it. I'm going to announce my ladies and then I will continue with the team wrap-up. Starting with our seniors. So senior, Olivia Berardi. Senior, Natalie DeMarco. Senior, Taylor DeTavio, with us tonight. Senior, Samantha Harper. Senior, Bella Kohler. Senior and Captain, Haley Radijak. Senior and Captain, Emily Zeigel. Our juniors, Junior, Lauren Becker. Junior and Captain, Madison Chiavina. Junior, Angelina Gaspari. Junior, Michelle Mariota. I'll get that one, I swear. Junior, Grace Nichols. Junior, Annie Sullivan. And Junior, Mia Gutierrez. And unfortunately, both of our sophomores could not be with us tonight, but we still hold them with us. Macy Marnich and Haley Cox. So these 16 ladies competed in one of the toughest leagues in our section, and I have to give them a ton of credit. Through the good days, through the bad days, the ups, the downs, they were there, present 110% every time. A very wise man reminded me not too long ago that it's not necessarily the points on the board that determine whether you are successful or not. It's the growth that you get to see in each and every one of your players. And especially as a coach, one of the best things you can hope for is to see growth within your players. This group is a very special group to me. This group is my first group when I came here to Brewster. They were my JV team. They were my starting point. And I have seen so much growth from these ladies that they have inspired me to grow and grow and grow myself. Each one of these ladies deserves the utmost round of applause, but also their parents, who this season brought some fun into the stands while they were doing their wave and cheering on our team no matter what was going on the court. I wish I had some awards to give to our parents as well, because you guys are the tried and true fans of our team. My awards tonight, 2 of them go to 2 of our ladies. We have our Most Improved Player and our Coaches Award. I get the opportunity to see these ladies grow through 3 years, and it's just an incredible journey to experience. My Most Improved Player started out as kind of shy, didn't really know where she fit in, but all of a sudden this season became a powerhouse. She all of a sudden turned into a look-at-me player, and she was noticed on the court. She was given the award of All-League Honorable Mention and was noticed by all of the coaches in our section. Congratulations to Samantha Harper. My Coaches Award. It's very hard to do a coach's job without the support of not only your JV coach, but your captains and your team. Above all else, it's very, very hard to do your job without your captains. They really support you. They really help to guide your team through you. And they can communicate in ways that sometimes you might not be able to. My Coaches Award goes to one of our captains who really stepped up this year. She was a tried and true leader, whether she was on the court or not. She really put forth 200% effort and was there no matter what I asked of her. So congratulations to Haley Radijak. We thank you again for all of your support. We thank you for all of your dedication and your time. And moving forward, ladies, let's go, baby.
Our next team to recognize is varsity girls swimming. So I have the varsity girls swimming team come on down. Our coach this evening is Sarah Schaefer. Is at a student teaching seminar in Connecticut, and she could not come and attend with the change of the date. So it's unfortunate. So I'm going to be representing swimming. So let me start out by introducing our players. Ladies, if you would step forward. Shannon Farrell, Terry Glosovich, Maeve Healy, Catherine Howell, Elena Hasai, Alexis Mark, Bora Mataj, Rusha Mataj, Madeline Madsen, Mo Coley, Brooke Ryan, Jane Sinta, Alexandra Thompson, Eliana Thompson, Rachel Thompson. Say hello to Julie Maloney, who's not here tonight. Hello. So our swim team. Swimming is done cross conference. We have a relatively small group in numbers against some of our opponents, but we have a large group in heart. We do swim. One of the things we had a challenge with this year at swimming was that we had to move from Green Chimneys to Brookfield. We swam outside, which happened to be very warm. We were very worried about that. So the first night it was like 90 degrees and 100% humidity, and it was 8 o'clock and it was a cool event, but nonetheless, it was good. I actually had to help out coach this team, and someone questioned my qualifications to coach, period, but swimming is definitely not one of them. One of the sports that I have had experience with, and I have a quick little story. So I got on the bus, got the first aid kit, the ice chest, and the whole bit, and 2 people who are in the lineup to swim are not there. And I'm like, what the heck am I going to do? So we did have a little person help us, and this is, we had a person who was doing their homework, reorganizing the lineup, being the extra super duper supporter of people that she was to the team. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what can I do, what can I do? And I really just sat there and made sure that this person had pencils that were sharp at that time. So leadership and effort, doing what is necessary as a leader to help the team be successful in most every way. And that, our Coaches Award this season goes to Miss Rachel Thompson. Our next award, this swimmer demonstrated hard work and effort, skill in practice and in meets, and making this person, the athlete, an example that all others should follow. This athlete competed against others in the section and ultimately missed the cut to go to states by 1 second. And I look forward to her success next season and in the future representing Brewster High School. Congratulations to Alexis Mark. I'd like to say thank you to all the swimmers, and you may be seated. Thank you. Our next sport to be recognized, varsity girls tennis, and Miss Daria Pascal.
There's a lot of thank yous tonight to all the support staff, and I'd just like to say thank you again to the varsity club and Kyle Wood. 2018 varsity tennis. A couple kids couldn't make it tonight for the change in date, but I would like to announce their names. Anyway, there were 16 of us, and we worked very hard. Katie Bailey, Daniela Casal, Ashley Cochran, Casey Cunningham, Nubia Kurapoma, Samantha Ferrara, Sophia Galizia, co-captain Samantha Kemp, co-captain Lauren Knorr, Nevaeh Navarra, Nicole Niewodemski, Mia Palladino, Anna Peterson, Kristen Stefanik, Emily Sullivan, Catherine Shamarza. had a really fun season. Every year, I think for the past 8 years, the girls pick a recipient for our fundraiser. And this year, the recipient was the Brewster Emergency Shelter Partnership. And this is a group that a few of the churches got together and helped the homeless in December, January, February, March, and this year with our help, because the girls raised $1,300, they're extending their efforts into April. Congratulations, girls. We had a really successful and fun season. We had 7 wins, 6 losses. Our wins were over Kendi, Egan, Ketchum, Panis, Poughkeepsie, Sleepy Hollow, and Manhattan. We had great parents that helped out with the fundraiser, the potluck, all of the events that we had at the courts. I'd like to also thank Penny Winch and the grounds crew. They just were amazing. This year we had 6 all-league players. We had 2 players make it to our conference tournament. It was an outstanding year for tennis. We had so many compliments for our outstanding sportsmanship throughout the season. A lot of the other parents from the teams come up to me and just say, your girls are so amazing. I'm like, I know. We have 2 awards to give out this evening. The first of which is our most improved player. This player was new to the team last year. This year she advanced in her team position. So from 3rd singles from last year to 1st singles this year, our 8th grader with an 11-2 season record, Mia Paladino. We have our Most Valuable Player Award as well. This athlete has given immense amounts of time to this program. She was co-captain this year. It was her 5th year on the team. She's an outstanding and true, hardworking leader with an 8-5 record at 2nd singles, Lauren Moore. Ladies, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for all your hard work.
Our next teams to recognize: varsity girls cross country and varsity boys cross country. Coach Skater and Coach Quisto.
Especially for his leadership with the athletic programs. I want to thank our team parents and the athletes for their exceptional dedication as well this year. I want to thank my assistant coach Renee Quisto for all of her efforts with the team as well, and Kyle Lloyd and the varsity club for helping set the night up. Since the end of June, we started our summer training program. We had our group runs beginning pretty much after the last day of school ended, up until the season began. All summer long, the majority of the team was logging in plenty of miles and building a nice base for the season. Before I talk about the season, on October 6th, we had our 41st annual Brewster Valley Cross Country Classic. This event is one of the longest standing cross-country events in the state. Year after year, we have challenges with construction, and year after year, we're able to somehow have the meet. This year, we had 52 teams, and over 1,500 runners competed that day from all over New York State and Connecticut. I really want to thank the parents, community members who came out to support the team, helped shut the road down for about 7 hours. And to be honest, I've never seen so many people on Brewster campus before. It was mobbed that day, and thankful to everyone who helped make that day possible. So thank you, everybody. The majority of our team. We do have some athletes that are on the marching band trip tonight, so we're missing a few people. Coach Quisto will be announcing our girls roster.
Girls, please step forward when you hear your name. Clarissa Cuomo, Captain Florence Cuomo, Alex Joga, Sophia Joga, Captain Kennedy Lamar, Sarah Luby, Layla McDonald, Elsa Newbauer.
Okay, to go with the boys in a few minutes. So our sport is unique in that most of our meets we can race anywhere from 5 to 30 teams or even more at a clip. So I just want to talk real quick about our varsity girls highlights. At the Somers Invitational, which was our first meet of the year, we finished second out of 8 teams. We finished runner-up at our league championships behind perennial powerhouse John Jay Cross River. We were second at our Mega Dual Championship out of 5 teams. We were 4th out of 9 teams at the Brewster Bear Classic, 4th out of 7 teams at the Northern County Championships, 6th out of 17 teams at the Queensbury Invitational, and 9th out of 30 teams at the Bob Pratt Invitational down in Long Island. We had 5 girls that ran at the sectional championships in November. They were junior Elsa Newbauer, senior Florence Cuomo, and sophomores Kennedy Lamoureux, Sarah Luby, and Alex Joga. At sectionals, the girls overall as a team finished 5th, which is a very solid accomplishment, and we're proud of how far the girls came at the end of the season. Nice job, girls. We had 3 girls who made the All-League team and All-Northern County team. They were Elsa Newbauer, Kennedy Lamoureux, and Florence Cuomo, and all 3 girls will be honored at a Section 1 banquet at Colonial Terrace on December 11th. Awards to give out tonight. Our first award is a Coach's Award. Goes to one of our top runners this season. Despite some minor setbacks in her races this season, she never gave up, hung in there, earned All-League and All-Northern County for the 2nd straight year. She placed in the top 10 in several invitationals, was our top runner in the last few meets. First MVP Coach's Award goes to junior Elsa Newbauer. And our next award, MVP award, goes to the team's most consistent runner all season long and one of our team captains. She ran strong all year long, earned All-League and All-Northern County, helping lead her team to a runner-up performance at the league championship meet. MVP Coach's Award goes to sophomore captain Kennedy Lamoureux. Okay, now to the boys. So, boys team, I forgot to mention this for the girls team, you're allowed to run 7 in varsity. That constitutes your varsity team. Over the summer, we attended a cross-country camp in Pennsylvania. We've been doing that for a long time. It's a 7-day camp, and we got to train against some of the best competition in New York State and in our section. And most of our boys standing here attended that camp. So the boys had a very successful season. We'll talk about that in one sec. Coach Acquisto will now announce our boys that are here tonight.
Okay, please step forward, Suvan Akula, David Malonic, Dave Arbili, Anthony Ayala, Joe Malonchek, Nicholas Bizio, Henry Bloss, Michael Cardona, Michael Essenthorn, Patrick Ford, Captain Alex Goldberg, Cody Hamlin, Nick Haywood, Captain John Sherman, Danny Jaffa, Owen Lennon, Stephen Manson, Francesco Maniello, Captain Ryan Newbauer, Jack Panagrossi, Finn Ranajak, Owen Sinta, Ian Wong.
Okay, so that's our boys roster. We had some very successful performances this year by this team. Even our JV boys, a lot of times our JV and varsity boys run in similar competitions, sometimes the same exact races. Real quick, I'll highlight a few JV team performances. Our JV boys placed 7th out of 22 teams at the Queensbury Invitational. They were 5th out of 20 teams at the Bob Pratt Invitational. They were 3rd out of 16 teams at the Brewster Bear Classic, and 9th out of 25 teams at the Section 1 Coaches Invitational. So the JV boys had a very successful season. For our varsity boys, they had some excellent team performances. We had some uncertainty coming into the season because we did graduate 5 of our top 8 runners this past spring. And, we came into the season unranked in the state in Class B. There's four classes for cross country. Some sports have 5 classes. There's only 4 for cross country, A, B, C, and D. We're in Class B for cross country, and we were unranked, but I knew this group had some good young leaders, and they were going to really step up this season. So like I said before, our teams race against a bunch of teams per competition. And here were some of our highlights. We kicked off the season at the Somers Invitational against 11 teams, and we beat all of them. At the Mega Championships, out of 5 teams, we were first. We took a trip to Six Flags in Jersey. That was our overnight trip this year, which was a really cool race, as the course ran parallel to the actual safari in New Jersey. There, we didn't know the course. Kids kind of woke up the next morning like really tired, and Coach Quisto and I were like, oh man, I don't know if we should have done this as an overnight trip. They look real tired. Well, they proved us wrong. 18 teams in the race, we beat all of them. That's right. It's been a couple of years since the boys team won a league title. The boys did rally together this year to knock off Somers, John Jay Cross River, Lakeland, and Hannes to win the league championship team title. I'd like to call up our 3 captains, Josh Herman, Alex Goldberg, and Ryan Neubauer, to present Coach Berardo our league championship flag. Okay, so we also had our Bear Classic here. 20 teams, boys were first. At the Northern County Championships, we finished 2nd out of 12. At the Section 1 Coaches Invitational, we finished 3rd out of 17. The Queensberry Invitational, we finished 4th out of 19. The Bob Pratt Invitational, we were 7th out of 36. At our sectional championships, the goal was to finish runner-up. We knew Pearl River was above and beyond the best team in the section, and we did have an off day as a team that day. We ended up placing 5th overall. Did not take away from a really great season that we did have. At the sectional championships, there are only 5 individual spots out of the 25 teams to qualify as an individual for the state championships. Only 5 out of 25 total teams. And we have 1 athlete. Yes, our 8th grader, Patrick Ford, qualified for the New York State Championship. Patrick is the only 8th grade boy from Brewster ever to qualify for a state championship across country. At the state championships, he placed 44th overall out of 120 runners, a tremendous job by a phenomenal young man. Real quick, I just want to highlight our All-League and All-Northern County athletes. We had 5 All-League runners. They were Ryan Neubauer, Patrick Ford, Josh Herman, Finn Radijak, and Alex Goldberg. And for the All-Northern County team, Ryan Neubauer, Patrick Ford, Josh Herman, and Finn Radijak all made that. Senior Josh Herman. Josh had a huge improvement since last year. He placed high in several meets this season. A personal best of 17 minutes, 8 seconds for 5K. Senior Alex Goldberg also had a much improved season. He helped us secure our league championship against John Jay and the other teams. Sophomore Finn Radijak, we called him like our X Factor this season. We knew he needed to do well for a team to have success. And he was a tremendous addition to this year's top 5. Along with Patrick, who had a great season. Patrick placed in the top 10 in multiple invitationals all season long. And sophomore Ryan Neubauer had a tremendous overall season. He was our top runner in most races this year. He was the individual league champion, which was the first time since Kevin Hazelwood in 2014 to win an individual league title. So congratulations, Ryan. Jack Grossi, sophomore Anthony Ayala rounded out our typical top 7. Jack had a tremendous race at the Six Flags meet to help the team win, and Anthony continually improved and gained confidence throughout the season. I say this every year, but what I love about this sport is the development of the runners from the beginning of the season until the end. You know, whether it be the fastest or slowest kid on the team, everyone who followed the program, showed up every day, and felt good about themselves, you know, really got a lot out of this. And there's no better feeling when you put in the work and you see the energy and heart and emotion on race day. We do have 2 awards that we're going to give out tonight. Our first award is one of our MVP awards. Last year we decided to keep this athlete on our modified team, and he excelled tremendously there as a 7th grader. He, you know, had just an unbelievable season. You know, nothing was too big for him. The moments weren't too big. His toughness, grit, perseverance, and competitiveness are far beyond his years, as is his mental toughness. Our first MVP, 8th grader Patrick Ford. Is our co-team MVP or Coaches Award. He was probably the best captain we've had on our team in a real long time. Despite losing 5 guys to graduation last year and with not too many expectations, he made it his priority to get the team together over the summer, starting the end of school, building a great base for the season. He was my go-to guy when things needed to get done. He's the reason why the team gelled at the right time to win the league title. He ran the team's fastest 5K this season in 16 minutes, 36 seconds. He placed in the top 5 in many major meets this season. He's been the team's top runner in all but 2 races this year. All league, all Northern County. Wonderful team captain, hard worker, and one of the section's top sophomores. Team Coaches Award, sophomore, Captain Ryan Novell. Congratulations to all athletes tonight. Thank you.
As we call down the boys varsity soccer team from Coach Batusik, just want to go through a couple of highlights this year that they had on the season. These gentlemen were truly like the Cardiac Kids. They had a tremendous victory against Nyack, where John Walsh made one of the most incredible saves I ever saw at the end of the season. They beat Somers for the first time. 1-0, and what was crazy about that was there was a critical call for a corner kick towards the end of the game, and it seemed like Val and Gio were actually getting into a fight about who was going to kick the ball from the corner. Meanwhile, I'm in the booth, just kick it, we're running out of time, And I think that was part of their plan, because they brought the clock down to 5 seconds. They kicked it in, and Patty Ice headed it in, and that was it. We won 1-0. And then we had a great win in the Oscar game. We're down 2-0. And we come back and tie it up, and we score on a penalty kick to win. And then the sectional game we had here versus Lords was very intense. Questionable officiating, but very hotly contested. And we scored a goal with 5 minutes left on a brutally cold day for October. And these guys did a really great job this year. So let's introduce the boys varsity soccer team.
Good evening. I'd like to introduce the boys varsity soccer team for you, so you can just step forward when I call your name. Brian Caviati, Jordi Serrato, Anthony Fernandino, Daniel Giron, Daniel Hassa, Aiden Izagari, Louis Likens, Josh Lowe, Jackson Mahoney, John Oshevsky, Aiden Rivadiniera, Alex Rosales, John Walsh, Will Whitney, Giovanni Zanetti. First, I just want to start off by thanking just everybody here that and other teams and the students in school for the support that they gave this team when we lost a teammate and friend in Oscar Gonzalez. For those that bought shirts and those that came to the game, it meant a tremendous amount to us, and we truly thank you for that. And a lot's been said about the team, and they certainly deserve the credit, but I also believe that how they represented the school district and community and our program is exactly what other coaches and students would do in the school. You know, knowing having worked with these coaches and players and students, I'd expect exactly the same from them. And I'm just glad they were able to kind of set an example for everyone, which they did. I wrote a note down here. I can't remember that. All right, so I don't really, like Coach Gerardo highlights main things about our team this year. Some things I would like to highlight really. You know, we did finish with a 10-game record, which is great. But some of the things that we established culture-wise as a team this year, we shook hands before every practice, which sounds sort of inconsequential and unimportant. But a lot of times you show up to a practice and you're just there, and you're just participating. And I really think that's one of the things that helped us become a stronger team and a family like they began to call themselves throughout the season. This team was responsible for washing the pennies and equipment. Right? I didn't do that. They stepped up and did that. And I think that's just really emblematic of the culture of the team. I thank them for doing that. And I'll get into that a little bit later for one of the awards. Our motto is sweep the sheds. And all those things kind of represent that. Never being too big to do the little things. Don't be a sweet potato, right? You don't need to tell a sweet potato doesn't need to tell you how sweet he is. And they kind of taken on those things, and through doing that, have really carried the program to a new place and created a culture and community that I couldn't be more proud of. And emblematic of that, at the end of the season, a student who was on JV came up and said, you know, usually students say, I want to be on varsity next year. When they talked to me about tryouts, and one of the things the player said to us is that I want to be a part of this. And I think that meant a lot to me to see, you know, kind of the impact that this group has had on how other soccer players and other athletes view our program. So kind of on another note too, just since I have everyone here, we are doing a fundraiser for an Oscar Gonzalez Survival Swim Scholarship. Thank you to the Lions Club for organizing this, and I'll be sending this info out so it can go on backpack and email. But December 9th, 9 to 12, we will be having breakfast at the VFW in Brewster, and the money will be donated to an Oscar Gonzalez Swim Scholarship so that hopefully we can prevent tragedy like that from happening again. So we'd love to have your support during that as well. All right, so I'm going to move on to the coaches and MVP award. So for the MVP, or most important player, this player was a backup goalie last year. Okay, he appeared in the game, and if you were at that game, he was quite nervous in that game. But the transformation we saw from then versus Carmel last season to this season, like Coach Ferrari kind of highlighted, was amazing. Some of the saves he made were absolutely incredible. The effort he put in throughout the entire offseason to prepare for the season was amazing. You could see it every game we played. You could see Fortunately, wasn't able to finish out the season, but I think everyone knows how valuable he was to our team, John Walsh. So the Coaches Award goes to the one who originated the idea for these guys washing pennies. I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I've been trying to impress upon them that it's not my equipment. It's our equipment, it's the team's equipment, it's the community's equipment. And he stepped up and said, Coach, I'll take those home today and I'll wash them. I don't know if he actually washed them or someone else at home did. It was probably shared half the time. But that's an incredible recognition of the responsibility that these players should undertake. And I think emblematic again of kind of the positive direction our program went this year. So one of our captains, great leader for our team. The Coaches Award goes to Giovanni Zanetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for all of our athletes. We appreciate their positive representation. I appreciate everybody coming out. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit better this winter. and a happy Thanksgiving to all. And